Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. And today, got another exciting unboxing. Oh, there's my girl. Wanna come join us, Choo-Choo? Huh? Yes, my sweetie. Yep, we got another unboxing, kiddo. Got another unboxing. Putting out 2 videos today, huh? We're doing 2 videos today. Yes, we are. Got some new items to show everybody, huh? Alright, where's this one coming from? One of my favorite places to buy at, especially on holidays for my birthday, MidwayUSA.com. And this was a special. The reason why I got this one is because it's one that I've been looking at, but I thought the price was way too high. Way too high. And they brought it down below 2. Brought it down below 2 bins. So I had to get one. But before then it was above 3 bins. So it's my understanding that this is just a special offer that they had going for a little while. I don't think they have this sale anymore. I think it's back up to the other price. But anyway, let's check it out. This is my Engage doing the unboxing. It's the one that I bought and polished all out. You know me, I like my knives. When I really like them, I like to polish them. Absolutely love it. The only flaw I see with the Engage, because you know me, I'm a master fidgeter, so I like to constantly fidget. And this is another knife that's really fun to use and fidget with. But I think I've worn down the spring in it. Because when you wear down the spring, it doesn't lock up super tight. And it does have a little bit, just a tiny, you can't hear it. It's just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. But before it was locking up solid, but after a while it wore down. And I think it's a spring. I don't know if they offer replacement springs for these, but like on an 8010, or not 8010, but 8020.5, 8020S models, and 8020 models that Andrew Demko makes, or designed. It has the shark's fin, so when if the spring does start to wear out a little bit, you can push on the shark's fin and it locks up super tight. And they also have replacement springs. I have had to replace the springs on a couple of my 8020.5s. They have the exact same issue, that the spring wore down. And then I start using a lot of lube on them and everything, and then they last longer. I've tried putting lube on this one and stuff and stretch out the spring, and it stayed tight for a minute, and then I think the spring lost itself again. Because I think the spring on these isn't that strong, because the pull back on these is like super easy. But you know, it's still totally functional, nothing's wrong with it. It just needs a replacement spring. I think they should go with a stronger spring too. Spring with a stronger tension to it. But anyway, let's find out what this one is. Oh, what are you doing there, Juju? Making a lot of noise over there. Here we go. And you guys guess what this is? It's a limited edition. They're only making 650 of these. Midway had them on sale for almost half price. That's why I got it. And then I noticed like about a few days after I bought this one, they raised the price back up. So let's see what number we got. Does it say on the box? Ooh, 115. Is that 115? 115 out of 650? Oh yeah, I'm digging that. This is going to be a collector, people. It's not a user. Juno saying hi to everybody. That's my girl. That's my girl. My tuxedo video queen. Yes, she is. She's a video queen. Juno's the greatest, people. For all you guys and gals that like cats, Juno rocks. And she's not a little kitten. We've had her for 15 years. She's not a youngster, and she's still going strong and playing and acting silly. And loves her family. She absolutely loves her family. Sleeps with her grandpa every night and wakes him up in the morning and let him know it's time to go to work. All right, sweetie, you gotta get down. Come on down, kiddo. Come on down. Oh, you just want to stay on the table, huh? But you stay on the table. It's okay for a minute. And let me see how we got undo this one. All right. Don't mess with the camera mount there, kiddo. I see you getting next to that camera mount. All right. Absolutely love the Engagement. I can't wait until the Mayhem comes out. That's the one I'm waiting on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that looks nice. Let's see what he looks like in the box. This one has CTS-XHP stainless steel and carbon fiber, marble carbon fiber handles. Oh, look at the box. That's pretty cool too. So they upgraded their packaging on this one. Absolutely digging it. I will probably keep it in the packaging. Oh, wow. Perfectly centered. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Looks like a Griv-Ex backspacer. I don't think that's a carbon fiber backspacer. It's got the stainless steel liners. Blade looks beautiful. Let's compare it to this one. This one's, the stock one is a S35BN blade. Yep, S35BN. And now you got the CTS-XHP. They're only doing the CTS-XHP on these 650 knives that they're making. But other than that, they're both the same. Other than the scales and the blade steel. This one's been polished. This one's not polished. The handles are a little bit different because they don't have the grooves in them. I sort of like it like this better. I like it without the grooves in the handle better, if you ask me. These handles are awesome. They reflect the light really nicely. Can you guys see that? Oh, it's reflecting the light. They're neat to look at. Isn't that beautiful? I think normally these are like $349. I think that's a bit high. I don't think they should cost $349. That's why I didn't buy them when they first came out. I thought it was too much. Because it's not a Demco 8020 or 8020S or anything like that. It's a cold steel knife, so I have problems. You know, I love CTS-XHP, but I got a lot of knives with CTS-XHP, and I didn't have to spend $300 for them. With a lot bigger blades too. And they're all under $200. I bought them. I love the Atlas lock, but I don't love it enough to want to spend $300 and something for it. But this knife, this one costs like I can't remember. I want to say 170 or so, and this one was like $20 more than that, like 190 something. So for that price, this one's worth it to me all day long. For right under $200, I think it's worth it all day long for that. I think that's the proper price for it. Maybe the highest I would see this going to is maybe like $225, maybe. And why? Because it's cold steel and it's coming from Taiwan, and the materials are very nice. The materials are awesome. But I like carbon fiber, but I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars for it just because it's carbon fiber. You understand what I'm saying? So I think the proper price for this would be like in between $190 and $230 in that area. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion, people. You know, things are only worth what you're willing to pay for them. And these have been out for a while, and that's 115. That means that they haven't been selling them that many of them at that price. That's the reason why I imagine Midway decided to lower the price. Probably hoping that people like me would get them, and we do videos on them, and so they get out there. I bet you that's what their plan was, because they took the price back up. There's the 115 right here. This is a collector. It's not a user. I'm not going to use this knife. It'll be one that I collect. There's only 650 of them being made, so once they're gone, they'll be gone, and they'll probably appreciate in value. That's the way I'm thinking about this knife. It'll be a collector. It'll be one of the ones I'll sell when I get retired. Because I plan on selling my collection when I retire. I'll sell all the ones I don't use. Beautiful knife though, people. Look at that edge. CTS-XHP is an awesome edge holding steel. Stainless steel. I absolutely love CTS-XHP. You know, to me it's like, you know, S35VN's in the same category too though. You know what I mean? It's not like they're really all that much different as far as steel's concerned. I've heard that the CTS-XHP holds its edge a little bit longer than the S35, but I also heard that the S35 is a little bit tougher than the CTS-XHP. But for a pocket knife, you're not really worried so much about toughness. I think edge holding is a little bit more important, because you're not going to be using this I hope you're not going to be using one of these things to batoning, but for, you know, batoning through wood and doing camp chores with, because it's a pocket knife. It's not a camp knife. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to be an easy to use folding knife that you can use with one hand. It's easy to carry in your hands, and these weigh like about. That's another thing. Let's see how much it weighs compared to the old ones, or I shouldn't say the old ones, but the ones that you can get the standard version. This has G10 scales, S35VN, stainless steel liners, 6.6 ounces. And these run on phosphor bronze washers. They don't run on bearings. 6.3. 6.3. So it's a little bit lighter, not a whole lot lighter. Feels good in hand though. It feels lighter though. Yeah, it definitely feels lighter. I don't know. It's not even that much that you should even be able to feel, but I can feel the difference. It's absolutely beautiful. I like the way it reflects. It's nice. It's neat to look at. Because I have other carbon fiber handle scaled knives, and they don't reflect like this one. This one looks like quartz or something. I don't know how to explain it. It's got a really neat looking carbon fiber in it. And these are solid carbon fiber handle scales. These aren't laminated. It's beautiful. I really love the handles. But it's not a $349 knife to me though. Because it's limited edition, I can see them asking a little bit more, but $349 is a lot of money. Over, you know, one that only costs like, I think these are like $170 or something. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I want to say they're like $175, $179 or something like that normally. So this is more than twice as much as this one, because you're getting the CTS-XHP and carbon fiber. And those two things aren't worth twice as much to me. I mean, like if it had titanium liners and a titanium backspacer and titanium pocket clip, this is the same pocket clip as this one. It looks like all the hardware is the same. And this is stainless steel with a Griv-Ex backspacer, just like the stock one. This one would look like this one if I didn't polish it. So they use all the exact same parts. The only things that are different are the blade and the handle scales. And that doesn't justify, and it being a limited edition too, but that still doesn't justify it being costing more than twice as much as this one. Not to me anyway, people. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Cold Steel. I know you don't want to hear me say that, but I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. It is a beautiful knife, Cold Steel, but not for $349. That's too much for it. I'll give it that's a limited edition. You know, only 650 made. I'll say, you know, you could take $100 off the $349, make it $249. But $349 is way too high. I mean, it's not an American-made Demco knife. You know, it's not a Pro-Tech. It's not, you know, it's not one of those things. I don't think it, you know, it does have the Atlas lock. Atlas lock is a super strong lock. They've proven it to hold like over 625 pounds or something like that. So it is a strong lock, but I've also seen it have problems. Gideon's, I think it was Gideon's tackle. Was it Gideon's tackle? Where he batoned through with one of these, and then he had up and down play afterwards. I don't know if it was like the same thing I'm experiencing like with the spring, or you know something got damaged. But I wouldn't use one of these for batoning wood anyway, so I wouldn't have that issue. My issue is just a spring issue, because I could tell you that because when I push forward on the lock bar, there's no blade play at all. It's totally solid lockup. Then when I take my finger off the lock bar, there's a little tip. And it's still a very solid knife, but it's just got a slight, it's not even a tick that's big enough to make a noise. It's like this tiny, and it's just a little bit of movement. And it's from me, you know, carrying it and playing with it. You know, I constantly like to fidget and play with things and stuff like that. I know, I'm notorious for that. But, you know, that's how I believe you learn how to, you know, handle your knife. You got to fidget with it. If you don't fidget with it, you'll never learn how to use it. And then when you need to use it, you won't know how to get it out and deploy it super quickly. So that's why I fidget. I think fidgeting is extremely important. And all my favorite knives I show you guys all the time, those are knives that can hang with me that never have developed any kind of blade play and you know, awesome fidgeters. So far, the best ones that for me, because I've worn out deadbolts. That's why you guys don't see me showing deadbolts a whole lot anymore. Because my Clever Girl, the one that I really love, has a lot of up and down blade play now. And it's because I've worn out the deadbolt bar. And the deadbolt bar would need to be replaced in order to restore it back to a point where it wouldn't have up and down blade play. So if CRKT, you need to supply people with you need to offer deadbolt bars for your knives. If you're not going to make them so that they self-adjust, because the deadbolt is a softer steel than the blade tang. And the blade tang, when you fidget with it, it wears it down. And then after a while you get blade play, because it doesn't self-adjust. The one thing that's really cool about a triad folder, I have never worn out a triad folder. Never. And I've been using them for, 13 years or something like that now? And and I've got my original ones, and they're all still rock solid. Rock solid. And I still carry a lot of my original ones, and they're all rock solid. And so, you know, to me, the Andrew Denko Triad lock is like the greatest lock of all time. But it's not the most fun to fidget with. And the one that Andrew Demko that did make, that is the most fun to fidget with, is the Shark lock. And I have constantly fidgeted with that, and you know, Lucky could tell you, you know, he saw a couple of my, he saw the polished 8020S I carry every day. Matter of fact, that's what I'm carrying right now. And this was a used knife. It was a beat up knife when I got it, and I just refinished it. And there's no blade play in this, no up and down blade play. I mean, it locks up perfectly all the time. The only one I ever had that did have some up and down blade play was one that I bought off of eBay, And I don't know what that person did to theirs, but maybe they did some weight hanging or some batoning or something like that with it, but they damaged the shark fin. And the reason why I know they damaged the shark fin, that's what was wrong with it, because when I sent it back to John Demko, he told me to send it to him. I told him that the problem I had with it. He told me to send it to him, and he fixed it, but the way he fixed it is that he replaced the shark's fin. And now it doesn't have any up and down blade play. It's perfect again. It's like a brand new knife. And so I wouldn't baton with one of these knives. I wouldn't do any kind of heavy duty stuff like that, but they can handle fidgeting. These knives love to be fidgeted with all day long. And they will never develop blade play from you fidgeting with them. I haven't, because I fidgeted with all of mine. The only thing that wears out on these, just like I think is what worn out on this one, is that after a while, but since I've been lubing my springs, I haven't had any issues. But after a while, on the 80-20.5, I have worn down 2 of them with the springs. And I replaced the springs and they were solid again. So what happens if you get a little bit of up and down blade play on a knife like this, replace the spring in it. And Demko knives, they offer replacement springs for these. So I'm sure they're aware of that issue. That can happen over time, is that the spring could get worn down. But once you replace the spring, it's back to being like a brand new knife again. Yes, my girl. Yes, my girl. So I absolutely love these knives. These are some great knives. And I think these are the exact same way. I think they have that sort of like that exact same issue with the spring, because the spring sort of works the same way as it does in this one. But this is a really beautiful knife, people. I love it. I think if you ever see Midway put these on sale again, there's only 650 of them. I think they're worth it all day long at around $200. I'd tell you guys to go out and get one for $200, because it's going to be a great collector, I bet. And mayhems. We want to see the mayhems, huh, Juno? You want to see the mayhem? You want to see the mayhems? Yes, my sweetie. Yes, my girl. Yes, a grandpa girl. Yes, she is. Yes, a grandpa girl. Yes, my buddy. Did I ever tell you the greatest granddaughter ever? Yeah? Did I ever tell you the greatest granddaughter ever? Yes, you are. Yes, my sweetie. Did you eat up all the food Grandpa gave you? Ate up all your wet food? All right. Absolutely love it, people. I'm going to put this one out there for you guys to check out. But this is a beautiful knife. It is a beautiful knife. I'm glad I got it. It's going to be a great addition to my collection. I don't even think I'm going to put this in a knife roll. I'm going to put it back in the box and keep it in the box in a safe. Because I want it to stay looking perfect. These handles are awesome. All right, people. But this is my favorite. Purple Haze. Purple Haze. Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze. Excuse me, what? Kiss the sky. Peace. Stiletto.